Hey, good afternoon. Uh, Happy Thursday, everyone. Yes, we have met here again. Friday Eve, we made it. Another week. Thank the good Lord above. Today, all right, today's topic, I'm going to, I think, what did I talk about before? Exercise is medicine. I still believe that exercise is medicine. We're just not going to talk about it indirectly today. The topic is muscle memory. Okay? Muscle memory. Let me ask you this: Have you ever done an exercise for the very first time and you felt like you had no idea what you're doing? It didn't feel right. It felt awkward. It didn't work. Your body rebelled. And then you tried that same exercise 2 days later and it felt a lot more familiar, right? Muscle memory. All right. Have you ever had an injury and an injury or a trauma? Maybe you were in a car accident, maybe you broke an ankle, did something to your knee, sprained a knee or tore something, and then a year later, almost to the day, you have like a reminder pain, right? Or you start to feel some sensation, right? Almost to the day of that incident. That's muscle memory as well. There's a saying, it's like riding a bike, assuming that you ever learned to ride a bike, right? If you never learned to ride a bike, then whatever it is not like riding a bike and it just comes back to you. I, for instance, had what was it, 1997, tore my ACL, right? Playing basketball, big game of the season, and first quarter I tear my ACL, done, never played the rest of that year. And a year later, I remember sitting in class, and I'll never forget the day because it was January 6th. It was a very traumatic event for my young basketball career. But January 6th, 1998, all right, sitting in class, and all of a sudden my knee starts throbbing. Now, I've had surgery, rehab, I'm back to playing basketball and all this stuff. But my knee starts throbbing again, and I'm like, what is going on? And it never dawned on me that it was January 6th, the day that I initially tore my ACL. And I have this pain again. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So for me, that was my personal experience with muscle memory, in terms of trauma. So what I'm getting at here today, y'all, is right now, in these current times, due to a number of different things, we could be experiencing stress, traumatic events, and all of, and things that are just unpleasant, right? And so, what do we do to manage that? How do you manage that? I'm a strong believer, not just because of what I do, but exercise is key. I've had clients that have had chronic back pain, right? Chronic back pain that, they've been to doctors, they've been to chiropractors, they've been to physical therapy, they've come to see me, and nothing is alleviating this pain. But they go to therapy, right? And all of a sudden they're starting to feel a lot better. They're moving better, and this pain is dissipating, right? Our bodies hold on to our memories, good, bad, the ugly, the whatever. Our bodies remember that, okay? So this is something I just want you all to keep in mind, as we're moving through these times. Unfortunately, this Thursday thought was brought on by watching the news. I try not to do it, but I watch the news, and they're, reminded me that these things are getting stuck into my brain, right? My brain. And unless I do something to offset that stress that I feel when I'm watching or when I'm engaging or whatever it is, i.e. exercise, that stuff will get stored in my body, okay, in your body. So unless we are moving on a consistent manner and a consistent schedule, ways to combat stress, the stress hormone cortisol. Stress and trauma does some crazy things to our bodies. There are hormones that are produced. So movement is key, y'all. Movement is key. And I don't just say this, because I'm a fitness enthusiast. I say this because I want to help. Because I want to help. And I don't want, 5 years from now, you to suffer back pain because of, the stress or the trauma that we endured, here in 2020. All right. So, exercise, when I say exercise, it could be walking, it could be jogging, it could be weightlifting, it could be yoga, something that's going to increase your circulation so that your body can filter out that toxic stress. All right. To do a detox if you need to. Whatever it is that you need to do, you need to purify your body. And I believe that exercise is one of the best ways to do that. It's natural. There's no side effects. Well, no long-lasting side effects. You might be a little sore the next day, but that goes away. No long-lasting side effects. And you can do it at your leisure. You can do it at your pace. You can do it at your tempo, at your intensity. But just do it. All right. That's all I'm asking y'all to do is move so that our muscles do not remember the crap that we are going through right now. All right. We always talk about there's a body, mind, and spirit connection through exercise, and that's the true thing. That is very true. There's a reason why yoga exists. There's a reason why so many of the things that we do are connected, because our body and mind is so deeply connected. So move your body. It will help your mind. I promise you that. All right. I'm done talking your ear off for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Wash your hands. Oh yeah, and wash your mask too. That cloth mask that you've been wearing for the last 2 months, wash that thing. Wash your hands. Drink some water. Be well, and I will see you all next week.